Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. So today I will be sitting down and talking to you guys about a very scary health scare that I had, which is why I've been kind of off social media for the past week and a half. I've been missing some videos and I will get into why. Gracias a Dios, I am much better now. I am recovered. If I look a little down, it's because I am currently going through something and it has nothing to do with my health. It's just something very personal and I'm just having to deal with it. And I'm sorry if my energy is a little bit down today, but you know, just keep me in your prayers and I will get through this. So with that said, you already know, grab your cafecito and let's jump right into today's video. For today's video, I'm not going to go into detail of what I'm using. I'm not going to show you what I'm using. I'm just going to kind of apply the products on my skin. If you're interested to know what I am using, I will have it in the description box down below. If I miss anything, remind me because my mind right now, you guys, is like all over the place. But I'm pretty much going to show you guys like my everyday go-to makeup routine. These are products that I use. I switch them up all the time, but this is basically like base that I use when either I go to church and I just want like a very basic look. If I'm gonna go out for groceries and like run errands all day and I still want to look put together, this is a look that I go for. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's see what's today. Today is October 18th. So about 2 weeks ago, I started. Actually, I didn't feel sick at all. Everything felt normal. My mom is currently here from Mexico. Some of you may or may not know. And when she's here, we often go over to my sister's house. She lives maybe like 20 minutes away from me. So we'll go over, we'll just, you know, hang out with her, visit her, and have breakfast, lunch, make food together, whatever it is. So that day, I didn't feel off. I didn't feel anything. But when I went to the bathroom, and by the way, if you're triggered by like too much information, this is probably not the video for you. I'm not going to go into like super detail, but I will be as descriptive as I can so you can get an idea of what was going through my head. So I'm sorry if it's too much information. But so that day we were over at my sister's house, and when I went to the bathroom, I noticed that I had like a little bit of an excess of discharge. So whenever I go on about my day, now the next day is what I noticed. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I have a UTI. Now, if you've ever had a UTI before, you know the symptoms, which is usually pain when you're urinating, discomfort, itchiness, burning. I was only having discomfort. So anytime I was going to the bathroom, as I was getting closer to finishing going to the bathroom, I felt this pain, almost like somebody was pulling my insides from my belly down to like my part, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, I definitely have a UTI. I believe I had either a UTI or a yeast infection back when I was pregnant with Lonnie. So this was years ago, okay? Lonnie's now 9, you guys. And I remember having something similar like that, which is very common in pregnant women, and UTIs in general are very common in women. I just had not had one. So then Thursday goes by. I feel okay. Like I said, I started feeling that pain, but it wasn't anything too crazy, so I really didn't do anything about it. So I asked my husband to go to the store and to bring me some medicine. So he bought me this little like pills thing that's called Ozo, and these help with yeast infections as well as UTIs, and they just help the pain that I was feeling. I also bought me Monistat. The Monistat was a 3-day supply, and I used that for 3 days, and I thought that I was feeling better. Let me backtrack. I did make an appointment to the doctor's, and I went in. She asked for my driver's license, and then I realized that I didn't have my wallet. I had left it at home, and by the time I left my appointment, I had lost my appointment. I couldn't go back because their doctor would leave at like 12 o'clock and it was like 11:40. So Long story short, I lost that appointment. That day, I started feeling severe cramps. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years ago, before I actually was pregnant with Lincoln, I had a miscarriage. And with that miscarriage, they gave me some pills that I had to take. That's kind of like the cramps that I started experiencing. And I told my husband, I was like, ¿sabes qué? Like, this literally feels like I am going through the same thing that I went a few years ago, and it's pretty bad. So I wake up Monday and I am feeling horrible, you guys, okay? I thought I was coming down with a cold. I had shivers non-stop. I was so cold. I literally had on a sweater, I had sweats, and I had socks on. And I live in Texas. It is not that cold. And now it's starting to cool down. But I was freezing. I started telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I cannot stop shivering. I am so cold. My head was pounding like never before. It hurt so bad. Like any movement, just moving my head like this, it was like throughout my entire head. I felt this horrible pain. I'm pretty sure I had an internal fever because on the inside, like my head just felt hot. I felt like I had a fever, but I didn't have anything. And so all Monday, I was absolutely a mess. Like there was nothing I could do. I didn't get out of bed. I laid in my room pretty much all day. Thank God for my mom that she was here, because she helped me so much with the kids and just being there for me and really taking care of me. I slept a lot and I just felt really bad. So then that Monday, later on in the afternoon, I told my mom, I was like, you know what? I'm starting to feel pain on my lower left side. And she's like, Mija, that's not good. She's like, that's where your kidneys are. She's like, are you sure there's nothing wrong with your kidneys? I was like, don't even tell me that, Mom. She's like, that's really serious. Like, you shouldn't be having pains. And it was only on my left side. So I was like, I don't think it's the kidneys. It's probably the cramps. Because at this point, the cramps had came back. And I was still having pain when I was going to the bathroom. But I didn't have the energy to go to the doctor, you guys. Like, I just wanted to lay in bed all freaking day. And I told my husband, I was like, if tomorrow I don't wake up any better, I am definitely going to go into the doctor's. Like, what if this is something more serious and I don't catch it in time? And I asked him if he could stay home and take me to the doctor's because I just felt so weak. So that was Monday night. So let me back up. On Monday, like I said, I was in bed all day. I felt exhausted. I felt just with no energy. At some point, I felt better. I don't remember what I took. I took some sort of pills and I felt better. I even told my mom, I was like, I'm gonna go shower because I feel good. And she told me, she's like, you shouldn't shower. I don't know if it's like those Mexican beliefs that the heat goes through your head or something like that. But I felt the need to shower because I felt better. And honestly, I had not washed my hair in a few days and I just felt disgusting. So I showered, I got out of the shower and I felt better. Not great, but I felt so much better. I was like, okay, I think I'm getting through this. And then maybe half an hour later, I started cramping again. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. And again, with the shivers and the headache, the cold, the lower back pain, and it eventually got horrible, you guys. The pain on my lower back got so bad that anytime I would walk, because anytime that I would walk to go to the bathroom, I was like hunched over like this, where it was just so intense. And that's when I told my husband, I was like, if tomorrow, if I don't wake up better, I'm going to the doctor's. Like, that's it. I don't know why I have been neglecting it for so long, but I can't take this. This is too much. I've never been through pain like this. And that's when I asked him if he could stay home. He at first told me that he couldn't. But then he said, you know what? He's like, yeah, I'm going to stay home and, I'll take you to the doctor. So that was Tuesday morning. We woke up. I felt horrible again. Super bad pain. I had to sleep pretty much like propped up because of how bad my lower back was hurting. And, excuse me. I told him, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go to the doctor. So he took me to the doctors, and they ran a urine test. So she took my temperature. My blood pressure was a little bit high. Never experienced high blood pressure in my life. So she told me that they were going to do the urine test to see, how bad the infection was, because I told her. So they ran the urine test, and she told me, she's like, when was the last time you had a checkup? I was like, probably like 2 years ago, since I had my son. And she told me, your urine has protein in it. That's not normal. Our urine should not have protein. So pretty much what it meant is that the infection got so bad that it was now affecting my kidney. She's like, your kidney is doing really bad. And she went into detail about other things. And when she left, she said, okay, I'm gonna go run some of these lab tests, and I'll be back to let you know what we need to do. And as soon as she left and she shut the door, I told my husband, I was like, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that she was going to come back and tell me that my liver was pretty much really shutting down because the infection, I couldn't take it anymore. And I just started crying so hard. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to get emotional. But it scared me, you guys. I was like, I cannot leave my babies behind. I was angry at myself because I waited so long. Who knows if I would have waited any longer, if I would have been here, if I would have been alive. Because, your kidney literally is the one that is in charge of cleansing everything and throwing that out through your urine. She told me, she's like, a lot of people think your heart is more important, but actually your kidney is one of the most important organs that we have, and yours is doing really bad. So after that, we went home, and she did give me a shot of antibiotics on my booty, which hurt so bad. She gave me 3 different shots, but one of them was antibiotics, and then she sent over to Walgreens some medication that I've been on ever since. It's not a forever thing, but I'm currently on like my last bottle, and I should be done. I think tomorrow is my last medication, and then I go back to the doctor's tomorrow to do a second urine test to make sure that my kidney is no longer throwing protein through my urine. So hopefully everything's okay. I hope this isn't something that's been going on for a long time and that I just now discovered. I did go back the next day, which was Wednesday, because she said she was gonna have my blood test results, and I did come back a little bit high on cholesterol and a little bit high on glucose. So that was another thing that didn't really scare me. I know that I don't eat healthy and I don't take care of my body the way that I should. So that's a lifestyle change that I have been making. The past week, I cut out soda completely forever, which doesn't make me sad, but it's just, it's hard because I genuinely love drinking soda. Like, it's one of my favorite drinks, especially when we go out to eat, but my health is more important than anything, obviously. But yeah, so now I am on a new healthy me journey. I am trying to incorporate veggies into my meals because I do not eat vegetables. Not that I don't like them, I just, I'm not used to eating veggies, so I just don't incorporate them. And so yeah, that's something I'm trying to do, is eat veggies. So if you guys can leave me any good recipes, meals that you guys enjoy with veggies, things like that, I'm trying to lose weight. I want to lose at least like maybe like 13 or 15 pounds because I am a little overweight. I'm only 5 feet and I'm currently at like I think last time I weighed myself I was at 133 or 135, and for my height and for my build I should definitely be only like 115, 120, 125. I definitely want to be maybe like 120 just because I have a mom bod now, but when I was young, that was like my usual weight. But yeah, you guys, this is my super easy go-to quick makeup, and that is my life update. So definitely on a health journey for a better me, for my kids, for myself, for my husband, and just an overall new change in my life. So I will definitely bring you guys along the journey, update you on like my workouts and what I eat and things like that. Again, if you guys have any encouraging meals, thoughts, whatever you want to drop in the comment section, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!